All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. We are going to look at the weed sector, and I'll be honest, there are some reasons to be excited. All right, I'm actually zoomed out this much for a specific reason. All right, we are once again testing the 8 and the 20. We've actually been here before, not too many times, and look, we've made the run to the 50. We've actually made the run to the 100. We made the run to the 50, and you know that's essentially the goal right here, right? So a lot of really interesting things to be discussed with Tilray. ACB, I don't think looks horrible, but I don't think looks fantastic. And in the end, that's actually not that bad for ACB. You know what I mean? We will take a look at CGC. There was a big pop, a big drop, but it's actually holding a little better than I would have expected. And then CURALEAF. Hey, Leisha, I hope you crushed it with that. But CURALEAF, I was actually pretty bullish with, and it really delivered, especially today. So I'm really excited to talk about these four. Generally, I'm not that optimistic in these, so it's always good to be positive. You know what I mean? So that said, what are we going to do before we go any further? Same thing that we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to the channel, share this thing on the internet, comment good or bad, like this thing. I think even dislikes are all right. But look, anything you can do really does help with these YouTube algorithms. But hey, nonetheless, I very much appreciate you being here, all right? So look, let's get into it. And one more time, okay? Getting over the 8 and the 20 is like the common theme across any video I make, any stock ticker I look at, all right? Bad things happen under these two lines, good things happen over them, all right? And then just looking out, you can see it, right? It's hard to get over that 8. When you get over the 8, you can get to the 20, and then that's kind of it. Get to the 20, that's kind of it. Get to the 20, that's kind of it, right? But what we're hoping for is break both, go to the 50, come back maybe, then go to the 100, right? So that's essentially what's setting up right now. And again, what I liked is not that long ago, we broke both, made it to the 50, all right? Broke both, we break the 8 there, break the 20, we get to the 50, get to the 100 even, right? So that's cool right there. One swoop, break all 3, right? So in my head, the fact that we've done this today, which again, we are over the 8 and the 20, right? We've closed up here at 164. You can see in the box over there, 161 was both the 8 and the 20, right? So doing it once is a nice thing. Doing it more than once is what we're looking for. That's where we want our money, right? We want the like green. And man, I really think 171 is the magic number. I'm going to go ahead and set that alert right there. I think if we can hit 171, man, there is nothing but red to this line right here to hopefully take us green all the way up, right? The first target would be 20, but again, 170 all the way to 20, that's basically a 20% swing, right? I'm rounding, but you're adding about 30 cents, 15 is 30, 17 is not that far off, right? So that's a good swing. And again, we've done it before where we've broken the 50 and got to the 100. And again, between the 50 and the 100, nothing but nothing all the way to right here, literally where that thing is sitting at, right? Like come Monday, this line's going to come down and probably hit right there, right? Pretty much right where we were pointing at, right? So there's a decent reason to believe this wants to come to 230. You know what I mean? So again, I need confirmation. We definitely broke them both before and failed. Break them both and run is the goal, right? So if you want to play a little safer, you can maybe do a 173, 174. That'll put you at 50% of the very last big candle. But yeah, for me, get over this. It looks like it's also the bottom of that, right? So I think this 169 is important. 171 is a couple cents over that. But MACD's not horrible. It's actually pretty good, right? I've got a really nice green over red. I wish we were in the 0 or positive, right? But we're not that far from it. And hey, RSI is what's peaking. This, I think, is what has me. Like 50 is a low number. 50 could have enough juice to maybe take me all the way here before we hit like 85 and drop, right? So I'm just kind of seeing how high the RSI has been. Not that high in recent. So how high is this? This is really the highest it's been. It hit an 80, but it kind of was a while ago, in all honesty, right? A little bit more than a year. It kind of does this like I'll kind of call this the number 70 to like mid 70, but either way, that's still a good distance from the 52 that we're at. And then look at volume, right? I'm seeing 2, 4 against 2. Look at, yeah, I'm seeing more green than red, more buying than selling. Look, I mean, they kind of almost perfectly match with it, right? But it seems like more people are buying than selling. That's giving us this good horizontal. I really see us wanting to go here and hopefully actually breaking that and going. TLRY, I'm gonna call myself bullish here, but again, 171, and I am super bullish. All right. Interesting. What is this number right here? Look at that. 8 moving average, 173. That's literally the last number I said. I said if you want to play it a little safer, maybe do a 173, 174. I think that kind of echoes itself right here. Again, relative, I'm not here pretending I know the math, right? But this line is going down, and come Monday, it's probably going to be roughly right here. So hey, maybe that 171 isn't that bad a number actually. But yeah, I think between 171 and 174, whatever your risk tolerance is, the goal would be to run. This one's basically saying 222, right? Over here we were basically saying, what number is this? Excuse me, 232, right? So TLRY, this is looking positive one more time, and I am happy to say that. Okay, look, again, ACB, I was wildly excited right here, right? Just beautiful, riding the 8 up to here, actually breaking the 50. Couldn't make the confirmation that we wanted, and we've basically just kind of been going down, right? So today was important, got us back over the 8 and the 20, but yeah, relatively speaking, we're kind of starting to do the horizontal that TLRY has been doing as well, right? Like this is as horizontal as things really can get, and it kind of looks like that's what ACB is doing, right? We went down, we're starting a horizontal. Hopefully we can make that uptrend as well. This is actually closer to the 0 line and hitting positive on the MACD. Again, RSI looks just as good as it did on TLRY. My issue is volume. The volume looks way prettier on TLRY, right? Because again, I'm seeing a whole mess of red and a few little baby green, right? Despite the fact that this thing actually looks candle-wise the same. Let me show it one more time. TLRY, candle-wise, looks like it has about the same number of reds and greens as ACB, but down here says a much different story to me. You know what I mean? So ACB's volume is just a lot worse comparatively, and even though it kind of has, roughly speaking, the same number of reds and greens as I think TLRY does. So again, for me, I think this 59 line is still a really important line. Maybe you can lower it to 58, but again, I think for the extra penny, I would rather just wait there and go, right? And again, the expectation would be go to the 100. It's been a very long time since we've actually broken the 100 substantially, right? Like there was a decent one here, fail, a decent second attempt, and obviously a fail from that, right? And even before that, damn it was a while before that, right? So that 100 line's not going to be great. Overall, TLRY, I think, does look better than ACB. But again, I've always said if ACB recovers, that's kind of my signal that the weed sector is about to run. You know what I mean? So no offense to ACB, I'm generally meaner, but yeah, look, again, I think this is an interesting weekly, right? We just simply cannot get over the 8 moving average. Are we on it? We're under it. I actually see the line above it. I'm sure it's going to be the same number, 5555. Nonetheless, that's not a break. But if you can kind of see it, it looks like I'm like zooming right into my screen right now. But I see the line over the box personally. So yeah, let me zoom out a little bit. ACB, again, not bad, not good, but that's kind of okay for ACB. You know what I mean? Okay, CGC. Let's talk about this a little bit, all right? So one of the things I always say is and look, I swear this is just an opinion. I'm not trying to like make you believe this if you don't, right? But I genuinely believe that my moving averages will let me know if any news is substantial. Okay? That's a really like that's how I play my money, all right? On this day right here, you can see it. We got a 52% day on Monday, July 3rd. All right, that's huge, right? You're gonna go from 40 all the way up to basically 60, adding 20 cents. That's a lot of money right there to be made. Okay, if this news was real, if this news was substantial, if this news was something, we would have taken the 20 the next day. All right. Instead, the day after decides that no, we're not even going to wick the 20 and we're going to lose the 8. All right. To me, that says, okay, this is actually kind of fake news right here. No Donald Trump jokes meant. All right. From there, my next expectation actually would be to lose this line and go back into all-time lows. That is what this thing has been doing. This thing went from $1 all the way to 40. That's more than a 50% loss in all-time lows, right? Like that's horrible, okay? So, you know, my expectation is you're gonna lose this and keep going. Instead, it wicks that line, actually goes a little lower, but you get it, right? It wicks that line, and I'll draw that actually. I think this is the new all-time low support line right here. But we actually wick it and are able to close today above. 12% is a big number. For me, closing above the 8 is much, much bigger, all right? You know what I mean? Like this right here has been an anomaly, right? Like just look at this thing. Since right here, since February, we've only really done it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 times, right? Rough counts, right? But let's even say 7 times, just kind of looking at this thing. In a matter of 6 months, we've done it 7 times, including today, all right? So it is important that we broke the 8. It is important to me that the MACD is looking like this. Again, it's still a little far from the 0, but it's not that far in all honesty. That's a really good, really low RSI. And look, what I see here is this. These 2 reds, like this one basically takes this one and then most of this one, and then this guy kind of covers a lot of these other little ones, right? I didn't say that very well, but when you average the 2 big green buys across the minimal red candles, it's actually kind of favoring volume in my head. So for me, what's important is Monday. All right, the easy win, and again, it's not easy. I'm not trying to pretend it's going to be an easy thing, but at least close over 51 cents. Take more than 50% candle of this. The real important goal is here is get to the 20 moving average, and I'm going to set my alert right here. I want to know 57 cents because from there to all the way up here is a fantastic swing. Red, 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 green, 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 green. You know what I mean? So maybe I should have set my alert a little higher, 59, whatever. I'm okay with that actually. But yeah, that's a fantastic move from 59 all the way to basically 85. You know what I mean? So I love it right there. And really, there's so much red to be had that a good recovery here would be fantastic if it had. Look, if we can even just get to 70, that's not too bad. And look, again, look how bad this is. That's a really, really interesting peak. I mean, there's some interesting things happening here. I'll be honest with you. I think it's really a matter of how Monday opens, but yeah, this could have been a lot worse. I'll tell you, this literally could have lost 41 cents and started heading into the 30s, right? I actually believe this might go into the 60s instead of the 30s. That's actually what I feel here. And I'll be watching this for sure. So, and again, 3 for 3 positive isn't bad. We'll even call it 2.5. We'll call ACB neutral. You know what I mean? But here's the good one. Look at this thing, CURALEAF. 15% day to day, actually wicking the 200 and doing exactly what was expected. If you can break the 100, you run to the 200. That is moving average theory 101, right? And yeah, we unfortunately lose the 8 a little bit, but look, the 20 moving average does the job. And I'm telling you, when these two lines are your friend, it's a beautiful thing. When these two lines are your enemy, it's the worst place to be under. You know what I mean? So yeah, where is it now? Actually, it's a good place to zoom out. Look, we've actually taken most of this horizontal. You can argue that there's a secondary one right there. I'm going to delete this right here. Oh man, I literally put it right there just kind of based on half of this, and that's actually where we wicked. You know what I mean? But yeah, if we can get over this, if we can get over the 200 moving average, there's a lot of reason to believe, man, I would even get rid of this line. I don't think that's that important a line. Yeah, I'm gonna cut that and actually say just red, 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 red. Maybe to 5. I think 5. And honestly, I still like this line right here. Let me lower it a little bit. I'm gonna call it that right there, I think there's a real reason to believe that this would go from 4 to 520. $1.20 on this is a fantastic swing, actually. CURALEAF, I don't think it's done yet. Now look, an 85 RSI is definitely pretty high, right? Don't get me wrong, but just remember, if you can get over all the moving averages, that's a beautiful thing. And what I really would love, what I would really, really love is this thing to get over the 200, then cool down, which means come back to the 200, don't go much under it, if any, and then go back up from there. But hopefully $4 can hold. Hopefully $4 becomes a rest point. We've done it before. Let it rest here for a sec, basically kind of like this, and then just rip, man. But CURALEAF, I'm liking it one more time. Leisha, I hope you actually crushed it right there. Oh man, the last week has dropped 30%. Beautiful, for sure, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Man, this weekly is actually saying to raise the line a little bit to like roughly right there, a little closer to 6. But let's keep the lines. I'm liking it a lot. That's a fantastic weekly. CURALEAF, beautiful. Seriously beautiful. Hey, not bad. 4 for 4. Relatively optimistic. Let me know if you disagree with anything. Otherwise, as always, I appreciate your time so much.